Wow, you look black as the night. Hello! So another transformation video, and this time, Star Wars. Now, admittedly, I've had this idea in my head for a long time now. I always thought it would be cool to see the three main lady faces of Star Wars all in one sitting. I think I just put it off because, like I said in my L video, transformations don't do as well on this channel. But you know what? It is the dawn of a new day, and I'm gonna start making videos that make me excited and make me happy, and this is one of them. So one of my favorite things about doing transformation videos is just the ability of a human face to morph into someone else's. I think that's probably my favorite part of cosplay, and I wanted to challenge myself by transforming myself into three different people. Now, luckily, and quite strategically, these three ladies have somewhat similar faces. I think Leia and Padme have a very similar face because mother and daughter. Rey has a little bit of a different face, so we'll see how that goes. But before we get into the actual transformations, let's hand this over to sponsor Rachel for a few words from our sponsor. Thank you! Fun fact, did you know that while filming Star Wars, George Lucas reportedly told Carrie Fisher that she could not wear a bra underneath her Leia costume because there's no underwear in space. Because no gravity. And I'm sure for no reason other than that. But alas, here on Earth, there is gravity. And because of this gravity, a lot of us do need bras. I thought real hard about this segue. This video is sponsored by Lively. I've worked with them before in my hip dips video, and since then I have been wearing the shiz out of all of the items that they sent to me. They have some of the comfiest bras I have ever worn, especially their more casual bralettes. Lively, if you didn't already guess, is a lingerie company that is based sort of around activewear, and it is a company by women for women. And all these styles are super affordable. All bras are $35 and go down in price from there, and that includes all sizes. And I'll briefly show you what I got this time from them. I got this really comfy nude colored bra. And then I got this navy bralette, which again, I don't even need to say that it's super comfortable. And then the third one I got is kind of this little mesh number, which I'm not gonna show it modeled. But yes, that is Lively. And as a special offer, the first 100 of you to click that link down in my bio will save $20 on your first order from Lively when you buy 2 or more bras. That means you get any 2 bras for only $50. So that's pretty sweet. So yes, if you want to go check out their amazing comfy bras, click the link in the description. Thank you, Lively, for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to it. Welcome back. So without further ado, where are you going? Don't look at me like that. So without further ado, let's get into these 3 transformations. Wish me luck. So starting off with bronzer, I am darkening my skin tone just to match Padme's a little bit, and then moving on to the eyebrows because it's one of the most important parts for me. Using a reference photo, I am just trying to copy Padme's spiky eyebrows. For contouring, I like to go in with a very light shadow and mark out the parts that I am thinning, expanding, and I went in with a darker shadow just to darken up the eye holes because Padme does have some smoky eyes. And then going in again with that light shadow and trying to make my nose match hers a little bit more, again using reference photos. And then going in with a bronzer to thin out my face shape because this sort of creates the illusion that your face is smaller than it is. And Natalie has a very pointy jaw. I do not, so I did my best to kind of give that illusion using shadows. Just make sure to blend this out really well.
decided to go over my lower lids with a white liner to kind of expand my eye, and then made it a little bit less dramatic. I then accentuated the lower lid with some eyeshadow. This whole process is really about studying the reference photo, where the shadows and where the highlights are, trying to match your eye shape the best you can to the character. Now, Natalie's lips are a lot bigger and wider than mine, so I overdrew my lips, and it will look a little funny at first, but then I went in with some darker red shadows and just kind of made them look like they're a part of my face and not just drawn on. And I found that adding fake highlights like this helped to make it look like those are actually where your lips are. Another trick to widen your mouth is kind of to add these shadows in the corner, making sure to go a little subtle with that so you don't look like the Joker. Once you've got a base for the contour, you can go in and darken the spots you need to. I find at the end of the process to add highlights like this really helps bring it together. I don't know what it is, it almost gives a little bit more of that illusion. As far as the hair, I just kind of threw my hair into 2 double buns and then pinned away the excess. And then I went brunette with some brown root color. Carrie's eyebrows are really tough to replicate. You will see me going back to the eyebrows about 60 million times. But basically I made the shape and then cleaned it up with concealer. And then again with the light brown shadow, I went in and did the contour. I focused a lot on the shape of her nose, again using reference photos. I decided to do this part kind of midway through, just really studying on those photos where the light hits their face and what planes you need to make lighter. For the eyes, I started with the brown shadow and then went in with black liner, and then before it could dry, I patted it out with a brush, so it kind of smoked it out a little bit. And then I did a little bit on the top lid too. Carrie's lips are somewhat similar to mine, so I didn't have to do as dramatic of a transformation as I did with Padme. For the wig, I took a brown wig that I had, twirled up the ends and then just kind of placed them in those buns and pinned them. Not exactly symmetrical, but it's fine. So Ray has light brown eyebrows that kind of extend much farther than the previous two. I did this and then buffed out the edges. And then started on the contour. She has a very different face than mine, so I kind of tried to focus my energy on the small features like her nose, the shape of her jaw, and her forehead. Daisy has very feline-like eyes, so I tried to kind of fake that with eyeliner. Using concealer to try to fake that cat-like shape. The hair is a very messy version of Ray's, so I did the triple bun and then pinned away all the excess hairs. I think she might have a braid at the top of her head, but I didn't do that.
Ta-da! This was a lot of work, but it was also a lot of fun. I tend to forget how long makeups actually take me, so doing 3 in a row was a little rough. I think Padme and Leia worked relatively well. I was pleasantly surprised by the Padme one. I think Rey was kind of my least impressive one just because she does have a bit of a different face from mine, so I can't really cheat on that one. Whereas with Natalie and Carrie, I could kind of cheat that a little because they have similar facial features. But I did my best, so be kind. It's just one face we're working with here. Okay. I always like watching transformation videos. I think they can be really fascinating, so hopefully this was fun to watch. And that is it. I love you guys whether you're new or old to this channel. If you're new here and you feel like sticking around, feel free to subscribe. I upload every week and we have fun here. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! By transing... And... Probably should have plotted out what I was gonna say before I hit the record button, but I didn't. Did you know that while the filming... No. The smolder. Yeah. That's how I got Anakin. You know what I'm saying? Ow! Use the force. I'm wearing curtains, yeah.